It's Monday the 15th of July and I've come out to see what we'll get if I pull a few more potatoes, and I'm going to have a look at the peas to see if there's enough to be able to get off them to make a meal for my wife and myself this evening. It's finally a dry day and the temperature's warmed up now after a very wet week last week. So everything has been waterlogged and been very difficult to do anything in the garden, but I have managed to go around with the mower today and to do both the front and the back. These three that I've selected have really dried off the plants, so hopefully there'll be something in them. We'll give it a go. Well, that's much better than the first ones that I pulled. Good selection of potatoes there. I omitted to say I omitted to put in my last video that when we were away in Suffolk for my friend's funeral, that my daughter came to the garden over the weekend and watered it for me. So we appreciated that. I have to say thank you because I expect, or I hope that she'll do it for us when we're on holiday in August as well. So you can have some of these potatoes to take home.
Hi, just wanted to video myself watering the plants for you. Here's your garden in case you're missing it.
Okay, I've come down to where the peas are and the beans, and I'll see what I can find in the way of peas. There they are. It's looking pretty good. Look at that. Beautiful piece, the first of the year. Hope there'll be some more to come as well. It's the 19th of July and it's probably one of the warmest days we've had for quite a long time. Temperatures are over 20. I've come outside into the garden, but I can't do too much talking or for the video out here because there's a lot of noise going on around you. The bin man's just been round. One of the neighbours a few doors away has some loud music going, and dogs are barking every now and again. But I'm going to just go around with the camera and take a few video clips of some of the stuff growing in the garden at the moment. So I'll turn the camera around from myself and then begin to film elsewhere. Here I'll just give an example of the zoom on this camera, because you can just press for one zoom from where it is now, which is the widest, and if I press the to there, and that's the only options on this camera for zooming, but it's very good. The quality is very good as well. So with it on that zoom, I'll just go in a little bit closer. These are the calendula and sweet peas that I grew from seed earlier in the year. And then across here, some more of the sweet peas. And then we've got the pots down here, with behind there the geraniums, some dahlia which I did from seed, and then some petunia mixed in with that, and the coleus which I did from seed as well. Some more as we go across. As you can see, the lilies have been and they've gone, just about died off. Some more of the coleus which I did from seed, amongst the marigolds and the petunia. And then if I go across here, I've still got a few pots out here with some lavender which I did from seed. And then these are the pots that I did last week with the clearance flowers that I got from one of the local supermarkets, and they're doing okay. Now to the wider garden. Just give a view of it. Today is the 19th, so I do my 360 view on the other camera today, so I've done that, which I'll include into this video. Some of the roses are coming back after the rain destroyed them last week. And then just behind me here, I'll zoom in again. I planted this honeysuckle 2 years ago, and this is the first time that there's been any sign of honeysuckle coming on it. Back to the garden again, and here we are to where the potatoes are. There's the carrots. Cabbage and cauliflower are not doing too well. I'll have to lift the net off them a little bit. There are plenty of flowers on the beans, especially the ones at the back here, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of beans forming on them yet. Here are the peas. If I zoom in then, how well the peas are doing. I shall be picking some more off them before the end of this week. And there's a wider view of the garden at the back. One of the feeding stations for the birds. Unfortunately, as you look on the floor here, if I zoom in, you'll see where the plums have been falling off the tree. I've only got to touch them and they're falling off, which is a shame. And then we'll come to the greenhouse. into the greenhouse. I've got one plant at the back that has died off, but everything else seems to be doing okay. Cucumbers are growing really well, but the plants, but there's nothing really forming much in the way of cucumbers. I've been in to shake the flowers, try and pollinate them, and continue to do that to see what happens. Zoom in on the tomato plant. See, the tomatoes are forming well. And then again, go to the other end of the garden. Here again, I'll just give an idea of what it's like when I zoom in. That's the furthest to the closest in. Zoom in here again. A few more peas that are growing on these. That's just another quick look around the garden. There's not much else I can do at the moment until I pull more potatoes or some more peas and eventually the carrots, but that'll just help put something for a video for the moment again, as I'll then talk about the camera which I am videoing on at the moment. It's the Insta360 Ace Pro. Sometimes in my video you'll see the green fence that is up by here. And that's because sometimes my daughter's dog is here. Here he is, Benji. Hello, Benji. Come this way. Come and say hello, Benji. And so is the stopping going on the lawn. They lived with us for a while last year, and it took a long time for me to get the lawn back after the Benji had gone. So here, Benji. Benji. Come on. Here he is. Come on, Benji. Come here, look. Come here. Come here. Come here. There we are. Say hello. Give a smile to the camera. He's a border collie. Shares the same birthday as me, the 13th of Feb. We had him as a pup when we lived in North Wales. He's lived in Scotland when my daughter got married and went up to Scotland to live. And now they live here, where we live in Stanley, just up the road from us. So occasionally he comes here for us to look after him. Today she's gone to work and workmen in the house, so he's here for the day till they finished. See if I can do a zoom onto him. There he is. Hi, Benji. There are some goldfinches coming onto the feeder, so I'm going to put the camera down there and just walk away, leave it there to see if I can get some video of them. Well, I've come back into the house now, and as I mentioned in the previous blog that I would talk about some more of the equipment that I use, and today I'm just going to show you the Insta. It's the Insta360 Ace Pro, and this is the camera that I use mainly for doing the vlogs on, because I can have it on a tripod which I can leave standing in the garden. It's got a screen that folds back up like that, so that I can see what I'm videoing if I'm talking from the front, or I can flip it back down to see as I'm going around the garden doing other video. It's a 4K I use most of the time. It does do 8K as well, but it takes a lot of memory card up when you're doing the recording, and it's very good quality, as you can see with the majority of the video that I do with it. It has the advantage that once it's switched on, I've got no memory card in it at the moment, but that doesn't matter. Once it's switched on, you've got the screen at the back, you've got the little screen at the front that just gives you some information as you're working with it. Unfortunately, this dropped in the garden one day. I think sometimes the birds land on it as a prop before they come to the feeder, and smashed a little bit of the glass on the lens by there, but not the lens which does the video work, so that's okay. Now I can also use this with this remote control, so I switch the remote control on, and it'll find this camera automatically through Bluetooth, and so then I can change the settings on this remote control, or I can have this set out in the garden and I can be inside and I can be doing something else, and then if I need to get this to record, if I see something landing on the feeder, then I just press record and this will record until I stop it again with this one. I also use a battery pack with it, so if I've got this out in the garden and I'm just leaving it to just continue to record, I can use a battery pack with it, such as you would use to back up your mobile phone or something like that. I can place it into there and just leave it dangling, and this will keep recording right through to the point of either the memory card is full or the battery in here and the battery pack comes to an end. So I can probably do, depending on the memory card, up to 5 hours recording, and it records in half-hour segments, so it means that each segment that it's recorded is easier for me to just select from the time that's recorded with it, and then I can flip through it quickly to see if there's any footage that I want to keep on there. This remote also does GPS, so it records GPS where you are, and I don't need to do this with my videos in the garden, but I can do a little sample just to show that in the software that comes with the Insta360 I can superimpose on top of it the GPS data to show where I was. If you were driving a car with it, it would record your speed and everything else as well. So it's an excellent little camera. It's pocket size, it can go in your pocket, and it's easy to use. Besides video, you can do photographs with it, you can do time-lapse with it, you can do hyperlapse with it, so many different things. So this is what I usually use because it is so easy to be able to carry around and everything else. I'm recording this video on the Nikon ZFC and inside without any extra lighting. So thank you again for watching my vlog. Please like and subscribe, and I'm not sure when I'll get the next video done. I'm having some holiday during the month of August, so I may get one more vlog done before I go away, and then I'll get one done again once I'm up and running again after my holiday time. I will just put a little bit of video on the end with the GPS data. It'll be on something I've taken on the bird feeder, but it'll just show what can be superimposed on the Insta360 video with this remote.